we've got a great show for you today coming up on Live in the Bay. Ready, set, shop. We are breaking down the top Amazon Prime Day deals you don't want to miss. Plus, author and mythologist Allison Steger shares how to get unstuck in those tough relationships. And it's the dating show that's bringing you an interactive night of comedy and questionable dating decisions. We're chatting with the creator of Love Isn't Blind. And live music, great eats, and block party vibes. The Temescal Street Fair is back and it's bigger than ever. There's so much happening today on Live in the Bay. And welcome into Live in the Bay. So glad you could join us today for this Wednesday. I'm Rachel Maurer. Hope you're having a great day out there. The fog cleared out. It's looking beautiful here, at least right here in the city along the water. Happening now at SFO. This is a really fun story. Let's get it started with In Case You Missed It. Here we go. Flyers are rejoicing at SFO. Your airport outfit just got a big upgrade. You no longer have to take your shoes off at TSA. I love this. Say goodbye to the awkward airport shuffle. Starting today, travelers flying out of SFO can keep their shoes on as they're headed through security. This is all part of a new TSA policy rolling out at select airports across our country, and San Francisco made the cut. So whether you're rocking the sneakers, the slides, or the sky-high boots, no more hopping around on one foot or getting your socks dirty at the checkpoint. Let's see what the reaction was from travelers in the past few days.
I don't love the floor. I don't know how often it's getting cleaned. I'm also in sandals right now, so I'm like bare dogs on the the floor.
Yeah, it saves so much time. And also it takes so long to put on your shoes depending on if you have sneakers. You have to do your laces compared to if you have I don't know, sandals. Yeah.
On top of, the carry-ons, on top of, making sure he's with me and he's all set. And making sure that he doesn't have to take off his shoes and I don't have to take off my shoes. Yeah, it's a big deal, and I'm here that we don't have to.
So true. I bet the moms are so relieved they don't have to take off everyone's shoes in the family. Also, bare dogs on the ground might be one of the best sound bites we've ever had here on the show in that first interview. So true. Maybe do wear, some shoes that aren't sandals to the airport. I don't know. Kind of grosses me out. All right. In the baseball world now, this is a really exciting one. Last night was an unforgettable night for the Giants. They faced off against the Phillies, bottom of the ninth and down 3-1. Catcher Patrick Bailey went up to bat. This is going so fast here. You can see he hits a home run inside the park. Solid contact. Looked like it was going to be a home run outside, but it landed just shy. The ball keeps the Phillies players running around, allowing for Bailey to make it all the way home, and you can see the excitement from the Giants. They're just so excited. Catchers are known to be big and strong. They hit bombs all the time. Amazing. Giants ended up winning 4-3 at the very end. Let's check out what Patrick Bailey had to say.
That line, I just got to thank God for that. We have such a good group of guys. They're close. All of them play hard. It starts at the top with our leadership is unbelievable. It's just having so much fun this year.
And you can see exactly how much fun they are having. Patrick Bailey is the first catcher to hit a walk-off inside the park home run in more than 98 years. Love this video of the Phillies players just scrambling to catch this ball. Can't get it done in time. There he goes again. Let's watch him celebrate at home one last time. It's so fun. There they go. Congrats to Patrick Bailey and the Giants. Well, today is July 9th, and lots of fun milestones have happened on this day in history. News Nation's Marky Martin is joining us now to take a look back at this day in history.
Today is July 9th. If you have a sweet tooth this morning, it's National Sugar Cookie Day. In 1877, the Wimbledon tennis tournament began.
10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock, we're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
This hit song, Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley and his Comets, became the first rock and roll single to hit #1 on Billboard's pop charts. And hey, if it's your birthday, just know you're celebrating alongside Hollywood actor Tom Hanks. In 1962, Andy Warhol's iconic Campbell soup can made its big debut. Nintendo released the popular arcade game Donkey Kong. And in 2001, the original UK version of The Office, created and written by Ricky Gervais, debuted, becoming a huge hit.
All right, and as she mentioned there, it is National Sugar Cookie Day. It's a celebration of one of the most beloved and buttery treats in the cookie jar. Whether you like them plain, frosted, or buried in the sprinkles, sugar cookies have been stealing hearts and taste buds since the 1700s, when German settlers in Pennsylvania picked up the first batch of what became named the Nazareth cookie. These sweet bites are easy to make and even more fun to decorate. I love them. It's hard to mess up a sugar cookie, so grab your cookie cutters and your frosting bags and get to baking. Those ones look so yummy. I can just smell the sugar cookies from here. They are so delicious, one of my absolute favorites. So that leads us right into today's question of the day. Let's check it out. Today, we want to know, how do you like your sugar cookies? Are you a plain Jane? Maybe you like them frosted or loaded on with sprinkles. Go ahead and scan the QR code right there in the corner of your screen and let us know what you think, or head to our Instagram or Facebook at Live at the Bay TV. You can answer the question there as well for National Sugar Cookie Day. And my answer is that I love them. I do love them plain. I have a sugar cookie recipe that I had in one of my baking recipe books long ago, like when I was a teenager, and it's still my favorite recipe. And my favorite is those cookies frosted. Just a little bit of frosting, not a thick layer. The kind of dries and gets hard on there, and it is so delicious. I could eat those all day. Really yummy. Perfect sugar cookies. Scan the QR code there in the corner of your screen and let us know how you like your sugar cookies. And while you think about that, or maybe start baking some, we're going to toss it on over to John, who has a look at our weather.
Well, happy Wednesday to you. Things are looking a little different out there today. After what has been a cooler than average past few days and 4th of July, things are starting to warm up now. This low pressure area that has been bringing us our really moderated forecast is actually on the outs. And as that happens, a high pressure ridge will build in. This is going to contribute to above average temperatures in the days to come. Your next week of July is looking really warm, especially from the Great Basin northward on up into the Pacific Northwest, but also right here back at home, with temperatures departing our normal averages and actually rising a little bit further. So if you've been enjoying the cooler weather lately, go ahead, step outside today. You know, we start our warm up. It's still pretty mild. We've got 60s at the coastline and then some 70s still along the bayshore. Nothing wrong with these numbers for sure. Even spots like San Jose are still going to run a little cooler than average just for today, only peaking at 78 degrees this afternoon. East Bay temperatures starting to see that departure. Livermore up to 86 degrees, while Concord all the way up to 90. Oakland not so bad, right at 70 degrees. North Bay temps as warm as the 90s in Vacaville, as well as Pittsburgh, as well as on over to Antioch. Santa Rosa at 82 for your high today. So what does the rest of the forecast have to offer up? Tomorrow and Friday will be the warmest days of this forecast. Highs well into the 90s inland, maybe even a couple spots nearing triple digits for some of our furthest inland areas. A lot of 70s along the bayshore. We do see us backing up off that heat just a little bit come Sunday of the weekend.
Thank you so much, John. Still to come on our show, the comedy dating show that's part experiment, part chaos, and 100% hilarious. We are chatting with the creator of Love Isn't Blind, and it's a funny one. Then later on, live music, great food, and serious neighborhood pride. Candy and Asia give us a taste of Oakland's Temescal Street Fair. That and so much more when Live in the Bay is back in 2 minutes.
Dr. Sethi from Renew MD with the Skin Report. A common sign of facial aging is loss of facial fat. Fat keeps the skin lifted. At Renew MD, my favorite treatment for this is a natural treatment called Sculptra. Sculptra is injected in the temples, the mid-face, and the lower face to stimulate collagen and restore that lift. There is a lot to Sculptra, and you can learn more about it on my website, renewmdwellness.com, or listen to my podcast, The Skin Report.
Celebrate freedom on the open road during the 4th of July sale at Best RV in Turlock. California's #1 RV dealer is offering inventory clearance prices on all 2025 and 2026 models, including Class A, B, and C RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. It's our biggest summer event yet, but don't wait. It all ends July 31st. Save big and hit the road in style with your dream RV. The best selection, the best prices, only at Best RV in Turlock. Visit bestrv.com and start your journey today.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments which I responded to.
Communities must step up
Laws
and
alone
protest
cannot
against this
stop a
normalization.
bullet.
Well, I completely disagree.
Point of inquiry, do you guys even realize that the #1 killer of children and teens are gun injuries?
You're probably starting to realize now, this is not a debate.
There is no adult in this earth that wants children to die.
I worry for my kids.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing we do to keep us focused.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game?
To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health.
Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
Up next, it's the dating show where men stay silent, moms spill the tea, and the phones do all the talking. This is called Love Isn't Blind, and it's turning the world of romance and comedy upside down. I chatted with the creator, Allison Goldberg, to learn more about how she created this fun and what goes into the comedic love matches. Okay, tell me about the basis for this idea for your comedy/dating show.
Yeah, well, I think sometimes straight men should be seen but not heard. And so I created a dating show where the men don't speak.
Wonderful. Okay,
yes.
And how does this happen? Take me through the process, and who else is involved in the show?
So there's 4 men and a bachelorette, and there's a series of games that we play. So there's a yes or no round. I do something crafty sometimes. I do all kinds of things. I made a guy go through labor last time I was in San Francisco. I have a labor simulator, you know, normal stuff. And then I always call their moms. I always search their phones. And in the final round, we hear the men speak.
Okay, but they have to know that you're going to do these things, right?
Yes,
do you think
yes,
they're prepared?
Yes. Consent does matter for men as well.
Yes, right, of course. So I'm hoping that they would know not to have anything really bad on their phone or anything.
I hope they do have something really bad on their phone. But I do tell them, like, if there's anything that's really off limits. Like, I had a guy recently tell me that in his notes app, it's basically his therapy notes, and I was like, I won't go in them. So they are allowed to give me boundaries.
Oh, okay. So you keep it fun. I notice in your videos you keep it fun. It's appropriate. It's still really funny. I feel like you do such a good job. Tell me how you got the idea to make this show.
Oh, thank you. Well, I got the idea because, well, there were 2 things. First of all, I feel like post-pandemic people we're just really craving in-person interaction. I think whether you're single or taken, I think we all just really crave and miss face-to-face interaction. I think even post-pandemic, we live in such a digital world. So I wanted to create something rowdy and in-person, and I think dating lends itself to that, whether or not you're single. So something the singles in my audience don't love, but I love, is that half the audience is couples. They make it a date night, they come out. But I also created the show because of the number of dates I went on where guys asked me nothing about myself, and they just kind of monologued about themselves, and I thought, what if they stop speaking?
It's your dream come true.
It is. Dreams come true. You can do anything you want to do if I can make a show where the men don't speak and take it around the country. Yeah.
And I think every lady wants to go through the phone. I want to go through the phone. Like, even if you don't think you'll find anything, it's just fascinating. Like, what's going on in there? It's so interesting.
Totally. So I tell the boys, it's like, I'm not necessarily looking for something salacious. We are genuinely looking to learn about them. And I know it might sound like a roast show, but I actually do want it to be really welcoming and silly, and everyone's getting dates from it. All the guys are walking away with dates. So, yeah, in that phone search, like, I've looked at YouTube watch history. I've looked at, like, what Reddit communities are they in? And, sometimes the guys are like, oh, I don't have anything funny in my phone. And I'm like, it's my job to find a punchline. It's your job to just, like, be you.
Yes. Okay. I want to talk about another part that was, like, one of my favorites in your show, which is calling them moms.
Yes.
Tell me what you have experienced. So you straight up just call these guys moms.
Yes.
And what do they say typically?
I call their moms, and I always tell the boys, I'm not going to throw you under the bus, but your mother might. And they sometimes do. I've had a handful of moms. One kind of recently was like, oh, he's too clean. And I was like, that's good. And she was like, no. He's a neat, I feel sorry for his future wife. I was like, what is happening? I also had a mom on stage that I'm also Jewish and try to set me up with her son live, and I was like, this is not what we're doing right now. Like, I'm the host of the show. The moms say all kinds of crazy things. I try to prep them, but they mostly go rogue.
So fun. I feel like that's such a good thing because it's so wholesome. Like, it's someone's mom, but they're still going to tell something funny. So yeah, it's so good.
Sometimes we get really heartwarming stories too, and I actually love that in rounds 1 and 2 we can get like so dirty and wild, but then we get this amazing story of something that her son has done for her, or often a mom will start reading me a card that he's written. So it's actually really nice place to get these sort of flavors within this show.
Yeah, very cool. You kind of cover it all. So you have some shows here in San Francisco.
Yes.
You're kind of all over the place. So tell me, when are you here in San Francisco?
Yes. So San Francisco is maybe my favorite place to perform in, and I don't say that everywhere I go.
Okay.
I do not say that. I'm not going to trash other cities right now, but I could. But San Francisco is so much fun. The audiences are smart. They're weird. I love it.
And when people come to your show, maybe they're in the audience or maybe they're actually involved, how do you hope they feel when they leave?
Oh, that's such a good question. I do want everyone to just feel kind of joyful.
Oh, she was so joyful to have here on our show. We absolutely loved having you, Allison. So much fun. Definitely check out her shows. And to learn more about where those are and when they are, you can head to our website, liveinthebay.tv. The full interview and all the information is posted there. Coming up on the show, Amazon Prime Day deals are happening right now. Jacob Palmer is standing by to make sure you get the best bang for your buck with savings on the top items. And as we head out to break, you can still answer today's question of the day. Scan the QR code. Today we are asking, how do you like your sugar cookies? Do you like them plain, frosted, or loaded up with sprinkles? Let us know and we'll read your answer a little bit later in the show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Dr. Sethi from Renew MD with the Skin Report. A common sign of facial aging is loss of facial fat. Fat keeps the skin lifted. At Renew MD, my favorite treatment for this is a natural treatment called Sculptra. Sculptra is injected in the temples, the mid-face, and the lower face to stimulate collagen and restore that lift. There is a lot to Sculptra, and you can learn more about it on my website, renewmdwellness.com, or listen to my podcast, The Skin Report.
Celebrate freedom on the open road during the 4th of July sale at Best RV in Turlock. California's #1 RV dealer is offering inventory clearance prices on all 2025 and 2026 models, including Class A, B, and C RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. It's our biggest summer event yet, but don't wait. It all ends July 31st. Save big and hit the road in style with your dream RV. The best selection, the best prices, only at Best RV in Turlock. Visit bestrv.com and start your journey today.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you? Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. Well, with a routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
This weekend, do race day right. Go to shop.cwtv.com now to shop race day gear, grills, and so much more. Presented by Pit Boss Grills. Bigger, hotter, heavier.
Welcome back in. From exclusive deals and personalized shopping to smart home tech and lightning fast deliveries, Amazon Prime in 2025 is all about saving you time and money. So what's new this year? What are the hidden perks you might be missing? And is it still worth the price tag? There's the question. Joining us now with the top products to save on is Senior Director of Content Operations from bestreviews.com, Jacob Palmer. Hey, Jacob, how are you?
Hey, Rachel, thanks so much for having me. You know, a lot of big questions there at the top. I hope I can answer all of them.
Yeah.
I have been covering Amazon Prime Day since 2018, so I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I do feel like you got one of the best guests you could possibly have to go through Prime Day.
So fun. Well, this is a really exciting week, really busy week for you guys at Best Reviews. What are some of the top, let's start in tech maybe, what are the tech products we should be looking at?
So electronics every year, this is kind of the event for tech purchases, especially during the summer. You basically get this window now, and then you got to wait till Thanksgiving weekend to be able to save on tech. So there's a lot out there, but the one brand that we're really really excited about right now is Samsung. They have a ton of products that are for sale, whether it's their new watch, the Galaxy Watch 7. And what's so cool about this watch is that it has a ton of features that are perfect for parents. You can get one that has the 7 LTE, has the features to basically make it a way to stay in touch with your kid without giving them the full functionality of a cell phone. So they can call you right on their watch like they're James Bond. What kid wouldn't love that?
Love it.
But they also can be able to track their location and things of that nature. So that's one from Samsung that's great. Another one from Samsung that we love to call out right now is their Samsung Frame, which is a super popular product because it kind of is cross-functional. It's a great TV. Also is a statement in your living room. You don't have to have a dead black box whenever you're not watching TV. You can set it up for art. That's also got a really great deal for Prime Day right now. So any Samsung fans out there, get your way over to Amazon and also to Samsung.com because they've got deals there as well.
My Frame TV has the picture of elephants, and it's very relaxing. I love it.
I love being able to talk to somebody who knows the product.
Yeah, it's very fun. All right, let's talk next about some cleaning stuff. We're talking about a Hoover Power Scrub Deluxe. This cleans a carpet. Tell me what we're thinking about.
So there's two carpet cleaners that are worth calling out. The Hoover Power Scrub. This is like the big dog of the carpet cleaners. Basically, you got several kids, you got several big dogs. This is going to be a great solution for you. It comes with a lot of really cool technology built into it, whether it's got all of those powerful tanks you see on your screen right now. That's one thing. It used to be if you wanted to be able to do a deep clean on your carpet, do a deep clean on your upholstery, you had to go to the grocery store or something and rent these. Now you can get this for just a couple $100, especially during Prime Day where you can save a ton on it and be able to keep this in a closet somewhere and take care of it anyway. That's the big one. So if you've got the big needs, here's what you got here. The second one that I want to talk about is the Bissell Little Green, which is also for sale during Prime Day. It's great for if you've got smaller jobs around the house where you need to be able to grab it real quick. Say my daughter wipes yogurt into the couch again. You go and you grab it and you be able to remove it that way. So that's a great one. It's a little bit cheaper as well. Also available on Amazon Prime Day. You can find all of our roundups and everything like that on KRON4.com and also on bestreviews.com to be able to see all of the editors' picks that we have, and including both of these products.
Okay, wonderful. And can people select maybe by like category on Best Reviews? Absolutely.
We've got all of the category roundups. We've got the big roundups of hundreds of products. Amazon is bragging right now that they have 1 million+ deals on their sales, or 1 million+ sales on their site right now. And I'll tell you, I put all my editors to work going through all of those to be able to pull out what are the ones that are worth checking out.
Yeah, you guys are having a crazy, crazy busy week. All right, I want to talk beauty next. What have we got in the beauty world?
So there's a few brands that are coming out right now. One is the Revlon One-Step Volumizer, a great product, super affordable. My wife has been switching back and forth between this and the Dyson, and she says that while it's not as fancy as the Dyson, it still gets the job done, and it is a small fraction of the price. So that is one to check out. But there's also some other beauty products out there that are worth checking out. They've got the Olay Super Serum, which has been flying off the shelves throughout Prime Day. That's been super popular. And then there's one that's a little bit more interesting for you. It's the CosRx Snail Mucin, and it comes from kind of the Korean skincare line, this new kind of trend that's going out there, super popular on TikTok. That is another one that's been marked down right now, and you can really stock up on it because it's less than $20 right now.
Awesome. Yeah, the Revlon, the hair curler is different from the Dyson because it kind of poofs up your hair at the same time. It's good because it has a little hairbrush. I understand. You don't need it.
And for just a few, I don't have the hair to be able to do this myself, but just for a few dozen dollars, you know, it's one of those things that can complement a little bit more of an expensive piece you already have in your arsenal.
Yeah, totally. Okay, if people are looking for other things they want on Amazon Prime Day, what are the best ways for them to find the deals?
So now this year, it's a 4-day event. Usually it's only 2 days, so that means we're kind of in uncharted territory after today. But what we always recommend to people is check at midnight because that's when they roll out the biggest deals. And it's Midnight PT. Amazon, Seattle company, they run on Pacific time. So check it at Midnight PT and you'll be able to see what are the new big deals for the day. The other thing that we recommend everybody do is fill up your carts with everything that you want. But if you don't see a price that blows you away, give it a day. Because things are always going up and down. There's always a little bit of fluctuation in the deals. And by putting it in your cart, you're able to see it early, track it, and then you'll be able to see in there you're saving 30%, you're saving 40%, so on. The number that we say to jump at, if it's 20% or better, you're probably going to be getting as good of a deal as you're going to get. So that's the number to jump at. But if you aren't seeing what you want, give it a day. You never know if it's going to come back around.
Okay, and how many more days do people have?
They have until Friday at midnight Pacific time, and that's when the deals will run out. In years past, Amazon was a little tricky about it, and they maybe extended the deals. With it being a 4-day event this year, we're kind of expecting it to be, you know, grand closing at Friday at midnight PT.
Okay, well, lots of fun out there. Hopefully people get some good stuff. Can't wait to hear what they find.
We're all having a blast.
Yes, thank you so much, Jacob. Alrighty, Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, that is Nexstar. For more on these products and tons of others, you can head to bestreviews.com or scan this QR code that's up on your screen right now. Amazon Prime week, really, at this point. Have fun out there, buy some good stuff, and let us know what you get. All right, when we come back on our show, a new Man of Steel is introduced with David Cornsweet taking center stage in the epic DC Universe reboot. We're taking a look at the new trailer for Superman. Don't go anywhere. Live in the Bay. We'll be right back.
Celebrate freedom on the open road during the 4th of July sale at Best RV in Turlock. California's #1 RV dealer is offering inventory clearance prices on all 2025 and 2026 models, including Class A, B, and C RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. It's our biggest summer event yet, but don't wait. It all ends July 31st. Save big and hit the road in style with your dream RV. The best selection, the best prices, only at Best RV in Turlock. Visit bestrv.com and start your journey today.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time, which is why every hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken finger meal we serve is made just for you.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
There I was, 16, divorced, remarried with a baby, another on the way, and I could barely read or write. Getting my high school diploma was a catalyst I needed. Now I have a bachelor's, a master's, and I became a teacher. When I look at all these success stories, I could not help but think it all started by getting my high school diploma.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Danny, wake up!
Danny.
Danny! Laps.
Danny, we need to talk.
Danny! Danny! She's overdosing.
When no one else knows what to do, it's gotta be you. Carry naloxone. You could save a life.
Welcome back into Live in the Bay. I'm Rachel Maurer. Still to come, mythologist Allison Steger shares tools for transforming family dynamics. We hear about her book using mythology to navigate challenging relationships. Plus, a street fair that's more than just fun and games. We find out how one Oakland neighborhood is celebrating summer and giving back at the same time. But first, let's see what you had to say about today's question of the day. It's a tasty one. How do you like your sugar cookies? Today is Sugar Cookie Day. Do you like them plain, frosted, or maybe loaded up with sprinkles? Let us know. Let's check out our viewer answers. And I told you I like mine with frosting. Tony from Oakland says, dipped with white chocolate, please. Tony, I hadn't even thought about dipping the cookie. You know how sometimes they dip half white chocolate, half regular, like dark chocolate? I think that is so yummy. You absolutely gave me an idea, Tony. Thank you so much. Yes, this sounds so good. Our next viewer answer comes from Kelly K on Facebook. Kelly said, frosted, but I eat cookies less often these days. When I do eat one, it's usually a fresh baked oatmeal raisin or chocolate chip cookie. I'm totally with you, Kelly. Love, love, love those two. I feel like oatmeal raisin is like people are 50-50 on it. They either really like it or they really don't want oatmeal and raisins in their cookies, but I think they're so yummy and they're still so sweet too. So we can get together for a cookie date. All right, let's check out our next viewer answer. This one comes from Nia, also in Oakland, who says a thin layer of frosting, of course. Yes, Nia, I totally agree. Thin layer is key. If you get too much frosting, it can be too sweet, or like it can make a weird thing in your mouth where your teeth start to hurt because there's too much sugar in there. So yeah, thin layer is key. Sugar cookie, absolutely delicious. Such a classic. Thank you all so much who sent in their answers today. You can, of course, always send in your answer to our question of the day by scanning the QR code to interact with us. We also post it every day on our social media pages. We have a new question every single day. We have Facebook and Instagram. We are Live in the Bay TV on both. Definitely check that out. All right, we are chatting a very fun new movie today, and you might see the character right here. It might give you a clue. We're talking about the brand new Superman, A New Man of Steel. This is written and directed by James Gunn. Can't wait to see this one. We've seen some teasers. Let's check out the trailer.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
You'd let me interview you as Superman?
Sure.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some might...
It's a lot of fire.
It's a lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's funny?
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of the United States.
I wasn't representing anybody except for me.
Around the world.
And doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die. Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Your choices. Your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. Somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you. You have a dog?
So cute. Can't wait to see it, this new Superman. And we were lucky enough to get some goodies to celebrate the launch here of the new Superman. Check it out. We've got some cupcakes in Superman colors. So cute and delicious. And then we've got some of the action figures. You can see Superman. And then also we've got his little dog over there. Isn't that so cute? Which I'm assuming that one flies. But I'm not going to, its name is Crypto. I'm not going to try to make it fly here because goodness knows where it would end up in the cupcakes. But very, very cute. This is so fun. Also, fun fact, when you see the news team on the new Superman, they're like doing the news, talking about whatever he's done that day. The anchor on that news team is my former co-anchor in Charlotte, North Carolina. So yeah, shout out to Larry. Very successful there. Awesome stuff. Superman hits theaters this Friday. That is July 11th. Cannot wait to see it. Have so much fun out there and let us know what you think with it. When we come back, we are talking with mythologist Allison Steger about how ancient stories can help you overcome family conflict and find your path forward. And as we head out to break, here's a live look outside. It really cleared up today. It's looking great. Stay right there. Live in the Bay. We'll be right back.
Celebrate freedom on the open road during the 4th of July sale at Best RV in Turlock. California's #1 RV dealer is offering inventory clearance prices on all 2025 and 2026 models, including Class A, B, and C RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. It's our biggest summer event yet, but don't wait. It all ends July 31st. Save big and hit the road in style with your dream RV. The best selection, the best prices, only at Best RV in Turlock. Visit bestrv.com and start your journey today.
Shady Rays sunglasses. Break them or lose them.
4,
we'll replace them. Easy as that.
We have a situation on the 13th green.
We're on it. Nice work, Agent.
No problem. Shady Race, eyewear that has your back.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
Yeah, welcome. Hi.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age, some others don't.
Be right there.
Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Family relationships can be hard, full of emotions, patterns, and challenges that aren't always easy to navigate. But what if the answers to your biggest family struggles could be found in ancient myths? Jessica Wills chatted with author and mythologist Allison Steger about how understanding archetypes and the power of storytelling can help us break free from those old cycles and find a new path forward.
What I do really is I look at these old stories that are the cultural heritage of all of us, and I can see a lot of really interesting ways that we can apply them to our own lives, right? There's not that much that's changed about being a human being over all these millennia, and these stories are this wonderful way that we can see how people that came before us navigated the problems that they had. They solved problems sometimes really well in their stories and sometimes not so well, and there's a cautionary tale, but there's a lot we can learn, and there's a lot we can do to make our lives better just by reading these old stories.
Yeah, incredible. And so how are you taking these old stories and helping people to transform their lives today?
Well, one of my favorite things to do is to talk to people when they feel stuck in their lives, because it happens a lot. We don't really know what to do next. We don't really feel like there's a path forward for us. And, you know, I look at these old stories and I say, you know what, maybe this is a way that you can, in fact, model what you have to do next. And sometimes it's pulling on the archetype of the hero and taking that energy into this next encounter you might have with your job or your family member or whatever. It gives us a little bit of extra energy and a little bit of a clear path into understanding what our story has been, where it might not be working for us anymore, what we've been in the past, and how we might change it going into the future.
Incredible. And you mentioned archetype. Can you explain that a little bit more for anyone that might not know exactly what that is and how they can apply that?
Yeah, so an archetype is essentially any way to understand what it means to be a human in different aspects. So you have, say, for example, the mother archetype. Now, you might have had a good mother, you might have had a bad mother, but everybody really knows what that means and why it's different from an attorney or a king or a caregiver. You know, sometimes there's overlap, like with a caregiver. Mothers caregive, but they don't just do that. They have an aspect to them that is unique and understood by everyone. So when we look at archetypes, we can see sometimes that we are actually being an archetype for someone else and that other people are being an archetype for us. And it's kind of a shortcut way to interact with each other without necessarily seeing the flawed and vulnerable and changeable person that's on the inside of that archetype. So we hold archetypes for each other, other people hold archetypes for us, and if we can understand this is a way that I'm being perceived as an archetype and that either is good for me and that works for me and I want to continue being that for someone else, or I don't want to be that archetype. Like you tell me that, you know, we went on a date and you say, oh, you remind me of my mother. Well, maybe that's not something that we want to go forward with, or you might run into some trouble with that. So looking at our lives through the lens of archetypes can help us understand when things become a little bit inexplicable in our relationships.
And it's really just helping everyone to kind of understand the different relationships in their life. And really, I love what you just said, kind of learning from them to see if you want to be that way or if you want to change. It's kind of, it gives you information both ways. Well, you've taken all of this work and you've put it into a book that will be coming out soon. Tell me about your book.
So my book is called Unstuck, Finding and Following Your Path Through the Heroic Journey. Heroic journey is a way that we sometimes talk about what a mythic story looks like. And we have moments in that journey or that adventure where we can get stopped and we don't want to go forward because it's scary or it just feels like too much and we don't feel like a hero. So it teaches us how to navigate those moments because we get stuck in the place where we don't want to start it, and we also get stuck in the place where we don't want to come out of it. So maybe it's hard letting go of your divorce and you need to move on, but you're just really stuck in that place. Our myths can show us the path forward because this has been done over and over again throughout human history for millennia, so we know how to navigate these moments. We have all of the evidence that we need to figure it out, but we don't really have a habit of looking at our myths for guidance, and that's part of what my job is as a mythologist.
Incredible. And one of the things that we were talking about in the break also is, you know, people just had the holidays. Everyone has different family dynamics. How can people use your book to kind of help with their family dynamics and maybe understanding them and bettering them to go forward?
Well, you know, we've all just come out of a lot of family gatherings, and sometimes we show up to see our older family members or even our younger family members, and you might be being treated in a way that doesn't really feel like true to who you are. And sometimes archetypes can explain that. Maybe your mother still treats you like you're 8. And if we can look at our lives archetypally, we can understand what psychological need is being met by her treating you that way. Maybe she really loved being the mother of an 8-year-old and she really likes that part of her life and she wants to hold on to it for as long as possible. So sometimes looking at our lives archetypally, we can understand a little bit more and show compassion and empathy for some of those difficult moments, but it also gives us a path to navigate into a better and deeper seeing of each other.
Incredible. Well, this is the time of year where people are looking ahead and also trying to learn from their past. So I feel like this book is the perfect thing to help people tackle their goals in 2025. If people want more information, where can they find out more about you? And then stay tuned for the upcoming book release.
Yeah, so all the information about my work is at mythicstories.com. That's the name of my business. And we, on social media and both on the website, there's classes, there's lots and lots of information being shared via social media. So if you're interested in this and this feels like something that might resonate for you, I would encourage you to go to the website and check us out.
And to learn more about Allison or her book, you can head to our website, liveinthebay.tv. We have all her links and information and the full interview there. Coming up after the break on Live in the Bay, they've got good mood, good food, and good moods, great music, and community pride. They're all coming together for the Temescal Street Fair in Oakland. We are getting all the details and a live musical performance. And as we head out to break, here's a look at what you can catch tonight right here on KRON 4. We will be right back in just a few.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Danny, wake up!
Danny.
Danny! Laps.
Danny, we need to talk.
Danny! She's overdosing.
When no one else knows what to do, it's gotta be you. Carrying the lock zone, you could save a life.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff.
You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
We said we'd never break the 3-second rule. Never do that. And never become a minivan mom.
Hey, Chris.
As parents, we say never a lot, but never happens. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
It's time for speed to meet style. Go to shop.cwtv.com now to shop race day style, shades, and so much more. Brought to you by Shady Rays, premium polarized sunglasses with lost and broken protection.
Welcome back to a very fun interview. The Temescal Street Fair is held right in the heart of Oakland's vibrant Temescal district. It brings live music, family fun, and award-winning local cuisine. Here to share more about the event, we have Candy and Ajay. Welcome into Live in the Bay. Hey, guys.
Hey. Thanks for having us.
I'm so excited, and we got a little sneak peek of the performance in the break there. Y'all have got to hear them. They're so talented. Candy, first of all, yes, tell me a little bit about the street fair. What are we doing?
Yeah, so first of all, for me, I'm one of the co-directors of the festival. This is my open love letter to my favorite city, which is Oakland. I love Oakland. It's going through a lot of transition right now, so this feels really special and important that we can bring people together. This is a free, family-friendly festival. 2 stages of music, a kids area, really like the coalescing of so many different aspects of what makes Oakland great. Our food, we have church choirs performing, we have a Turf Inc. dance battle, live performances. You'll get a sneak preview today, intergenerational family fun, and we also are fundraising for the district. So the money that we raise at the festival goes back into the community, and we help fund projects that happen throughout the year, beautification, public art murals, trash pickup, graffiti removal, all kinds of services that we provide to the district. So it's really like the ultimate feel-good event.
Yes, wonderful. I love that it goes back into the community. This is so cool. Wonderful. Okay, Ajay, I've got to ask you about what you're going to show for us today. What is your piece of this?
This is me and my guys. These are my best friends, but they're also just key elements into what we're building. I like to say that we're here to gain believers, right? The whole key is being from Oakland and taking over the world, you know, spreading the word, spreading what we do. And it's a big part of what we're here to do.
I've got to ask you a question I ask a lot of our guests here, which is about your fashion.
Yes.
You are so stylish today.
Thank you.
You've got, should I call that a hat?
Yes,
What's the correct word for this?
It's a hat, it's a hat. I'm actually a milliner. I make hats.
Oh my gosh.
And I went to school for fashion design. It's a big piece of what I do.
Wow.
I like to say I'm a man of many hats because we do a couple things.
You
know?
sure are.
So that's what we're here to show you.
That's so cool. Oh, so exciting. Awesome. Okay, we'll get to you in a couple minutes. We're going to have you perform. Candy, tell us, who else can we expect to see out at the festival?
Yeah, awesome. So I'm really excited about the lineup. We have Balulu performing, which is a great cumbia group. Of course, Ajay. We have Jennifer Johns. We have the Who Riders, which is like an old school OG hip hop group. We have La Gente, which is reggae, Spanish reggaeton, and Valerie Trout and the Good House. We have Lovemore, DJ Black Woman, lots of DJs. We have a kids area with Emily Butterfly, who is like a Bay Area gem. I think anyone who's ever been a parent knows who Emily Butterfly is. She's a huge staple in the community, servicing families. And then also I want to say, you know, I'm speaking about all these wonderful artists. One of the also headliners of our festival is the cuisine, the culinary arts of the Temescal district. Temescal is known for our food. It's known for our libations. We have so many restaurants that are award-winning, James Beard, Michelin Guide, on and on and on. All the restaurants are going to be serving special meals, so really it's an opportunity to enjoy one of Oakland's most beautiful neighborhoods.
Very cool. I love the way you describe it. It sounds so hopeful and so excited for the city. You are just, you really are like the heart of Oakland. You are just so sweet in bringing the joy. I feel like you just bring so much joy every time you come on our show.
Thank you.
Ajay, next question is for you. Why is it important for you and your group to be a part of this?
Man, representation, showing up. I want to make sure we can show up because me and Makai, we moved to New York back in 2020, and our ties to home have looked different, right? But it's so big and it's such a huge part of us. We never want to let those ties go. We never want to cut those ties. So showing up for home at any chance we can is key. It's definitely key for us. And yeah, this is his first time back home in 3 years.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
cool.
we came to show out and do our thing. Yeah.
And how do you hope people feel when they hear your music?
Empowered, more than anything. Empowered is what I hope people can take home with them, you know? Outside of that, just free, steezy, excited, you know? Lean into who you are. That's what it's about.
Amazing. Can't wait to hear you guys perform. Candy, tell me a little bit about the other people who have helped you put this big thing on and who have made it all happen.
Yeah, awesome. That's a great question. So I have a really wonderful team. We put on events in Oakland throughout the year. I also MC the event. So I get a special vantage point when I'm on stage and I look out and I see a diverse crowd, an intergenerational crowd. I see kids, I see elders, and everybody in between smiling and having fun. And that lets me know that my team and I have done a great job. That's the Oakland that we want in the headlines. That's the Oakland that we celebrate and that we love and that we fight for and protect. And shout out to Daniel Swafford, who's one of my colleagues for over 10 years. We work on many festivals together. Shout out to Jacob Cohen. He's our vendor director and doing a lot behind the scenes with production. It takes a village to do anything great, right? We have volunteers. We have an amazing board. So many stakeholders, so many people that are saying yes, that are supporting this event, and to also help make it free. It's not cheap to do a big, it's about a 10-block festival with 2 stages. It costs a lot. So, so many businesses and organizations that have stepped forward, donated, supported, sponsored, etc., and we're so grateful.
Awesome. What a great community effort and a great showing of what this community wants to do in Oakland. Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much, Candy. And Ajay, last question for you is what will we hear today? What are the viewers going to expect?
A couple songs. Some oldies, some new stuff. I dropped an album called From Spirit to Man fairly recently, so you're going to hear little glimpses of that. You're going to get some of my older stuff with Call Me Clado, and it's beautiful. Yeah, you're in for a treat.
I'm so excited. Well, without further ado, I'll send you on over, and we'll get you set up to start performing. Thank you guys so much. All right, head on over, Ajay. Thank you, thank you. Again, the Temescal Street Fair is happening Saturday. That's July 12th, this weekend in the Temescal District of Oakland. And here is a sneak peek of the performance from Ajay and his guys, as he describes them. Here we go.
Oh, yes. No, I'm not who you knew was. I walk around with a new steez. I'm getting cheese, I got new fronts, new gold, try to mess with me. They be mad at the new ones. Then they make little shawty wanna, don't be mad when she chews up. Honestly, I ain't mean to come between. Tell that brother breathe. When it comes to shawty, I'm the type that leave. Make her move her body when I link with Dizzy. This is for no shawty, I can't talk, I'm busy. I keep stress from near me. Too many need me, yeah, little bro need me. And the shows need me. And the flow so sick, you get a cold near me. And I told that girl to go easy, Bay Area. Oh, if you got your crown on, make some noise for yourself. Yes, my name's Ajay Qasim. This is Cut the Universe. This is Call Me Clado. And if you got your crown on, let me hear you say. Don't tell me that you heard enough, you gotta hear me out. I'ma tell a different story from the one they talking about. Heard the spirit turn boy, heard he took another route. You gon' see it with your eyes, non-believers turn to vow. Now, who in this world are we supposed to be? Hey, new flows on, he just is. Okay, couple new affairs and a whole new throne. Hold on, he just gotta take the seat. He just gotta take the seat. Crown on. I heard. He went full pedestrian, walking the thin lines of glory. The fall is the messiest. Will Hollywood get him? Will they make it look effortless? He questioned every day if it's all to his detriment. All that special acclaim. Something told him he was destined for fame, and that weapons forged against him he's likely to face. Plus the likelihood of him getting unlawfully detained. And it's the same song singing like, who in this world are we supposed to be? Hey, new flows on. He just is. Yes, he got a couple new affairs and a whole new throne. Hold on, you just gotta take the seat. Crown on, you just gotta take the seat.
So fun to have you all. Thank you. It was so wonderful to hear you. And hopefully hopefully lots of people will come out and see you this weekend. Thank you all so much. So nice to meet you. Thanks for coming out. Yes, of course. And to learn more about the Temescal Street Fair, again, head to liveinthebay.tv. We have all the information there. And stay right here after the break. We're taking a look at what's coming up tomorrow on our show. But first, here's what you can catch tonight on KRON4. And let's send things over to Stephanie Lynn. She has the top headlines coming up on KRON4 News at 2. Hi, Stephanie.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
This weekend, do race day right. Go to shop.cwtv.com now to shop race day gear, grills, and so much more. Presented by Pit Boss Grills. Bigger, hotter, heavier.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. Well, with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Danny, wake up!
Danny.
Danny! Laps.
Danny, we need to talk.
Danny! She's overdosing.
When no one else knows what to do, it's gotta be you. Carrying the naloxone, you could save a life.
We said we'd never break the 3-second rule. Never do that. And never become a minivan mom.
Hey, Chris.
As parents, we say never a lot, but never happens. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
Tomorrow on Live in the Bay, we're diving into Oakland's world-famous Hot Boys chicken sandos. Can't wait to taste that. Plus, we're going behind the scenes of the immersive sci-fi musical parody called Jurassic Park with a Q. That does it for us today. You can find our show on liveinthebay.tv. That's our website. So much fun here on Live in the Bay today. And wasn't that performance just so impressive? Definitely check out the Temescal Street Fair Festival this weekend. So much fun going on there for both the kids and the adults. Everyone is welcome, and it is free. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for Live in the Bay. And also, after the show, I'm going to go check out Amazon Prime Day. Don't forget to do that, too. There are so many good deals happening on Prime Day right now. And as Jacob said, make sure to add them to your cart, add whatever you want, and then when it goes even more on sale, you can find out that way. Absolutely great there. And check bestreviews.com for the best deals. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you then. Bye.